Hi, welcome to today's episode of The Young and the Restless. Alright, so we open up at the coffee house and we see Tucker there, and Daniel arrives and he approaches Daniel. Tucker tells Daniel that he heard things about his project. Tucker tells Daniel that he wants to pitch to be his backer. Over at Newman Media, we see Audra and Nate are there talking about business and their schedule for the day. He tells her about meeting with Daniel and asks Audra to be present for it. Then we see Phyllis turns up. Nate asks where is Daniel. Nate wanted to talk to Daniel directly. Over at Society, we see Billy runs into Lilly. He helps her put on her coat. Then we see Sally is in LA. Jill cancelled on her. We see her tell Chloe over the phone. Then she thinks about Nick while she was announcing the pregnancy, then decides to text Nick. Then we see Nick foolishly calls her. Nick claims that he was thinking about her. Guys, I'm honestly pissed about this Jack and Diane story. I'm not feeling it. So I'm just gonna tell y'all I'll be skipping it whenever it comes up. I just want to inform you that today that they told Kyle and Summer about it. However, Kyle is not feeling it. He thinks his mother will eventually hurt his dad, and his dad is already vulnerable. Back in LA, Sally on the phone tells Nick that she is doing better and says that she is a little bit distracted. Back at Newman Media, Phyllis tells them that Danielle and her are partners. She is handling the business side. She pitches it to Nate and Audra asks Phyllis if she's trying to start a bidding war. Back at the coffee house, Tucker asks Daniel what is he looking for. He says deep pockets, but clearly Tucker has heard about his project from his mom. Back at Newman Media, Phyllis says it's hot commodity that her son has, and that's why she came to them. Nate says that he would like a further discussion with Daniel. Phyllis agrees to set up the meeting. Back at the coffee house, Tucker tells Daniel that both Chancellor Winters and Newman is wrong for him. He wants creative control, and Tucker tells Daniel that he researched his personal life so he knows exactly what he wants. Daniel is pissed about Tucker researching him. Back at LA, Sally tells Nick that she may have to move to LA if Jill accepts her offer and asks Nick how he feels about it. Nick says that he will support her decision, says that he will make it work. Sally claims, however, that GC is her new home, especially she wants to be with Nick. Back at Society, Billy tries to talk to Lilly. She tells him she told him too much already. Billy offers to take Lilly for a drink of coffee and talk about anything but work. Lilly says thanks, but she warns Billy to avoid his mother because things are going bad right now. Then she leaves. Back at Newman Media, Audra tells Nate that Daniel already pitched the idea to Chancellor Winters. Nate doesn't want to waste time on his project if he is being used as an opportunity for a bidding war. Back at the coffee house, Tucker explains to Daniel that he does it to everyone he wishes to go in business with. He says he understands that Daniel is using his past pains to set his life right. And he believes he can help Daniel do that because he has also done so while he was at the ashram. Then we see Lilly overhears Tucker pitching to Daniel, and she walks over and tells Tucker that Daniel is under a contract with her. Then we see Summer and Kyle go to Society to eat. Kyle is pretty thrown off. Kyle can't root for his parents being together, says things fall apart too easily. And then when it does, Jack will be devastated. Kyle says it's too fast. They are moving way too fast. And Summer thinks that danger is their reason for getting together and calls it toxic. Then we see Billy goes over and asks Summer and Kyle how Jeremy got arrested after he came back. Billy said he just found out about it. Billy thinks it's odd how he got arrested, being that he just got back from prison. He thought that Stark was a better scammer, more high valued. Billy then leaves. Back at Coffee House, Tucker says the Lilly IPO is holding things up. Lilly tells Daniel that he cannot trust Tucker. Tucker tells Daniel to think about it and leaves. Lilly asks Daniel if he is really thinking about breaking their contract. Lilly says to Daniel she thought Daniel had faith in her and tells him that is making a huge mistake. Daniel says he was just nervous and most of the actions being done is his mom. Lilly then stressed to him that Tucker is a snake. She can't move forward with the project at the moment because she is caught up in the IPO. She tells Daniel that she needs 1 week to make it happen. Tucker tells Phyllis at the hotel that he pitched his offer to Daniel, first warning him to stay away from her son. Then we see Nate and Audra walks into the coffee house. Lilly pokes at them and calling them two peas in a pod. Then Nate shows it at her that he just met with Phyllis about Daniel's project. Lilly is in shock. Daniel says he knows nothing about it and his mom was acting on her own. He then leaves furiously. Lilly is left silent. Back at society, Kyle asks Summer how long does she think this cover story is gonna last because it's all gonna blow up in their face. He thinks if he was a part of it, he would have came up with a better idea. Summer tells him that she is sick of the family plotting. She asks if Kyle turns down Victor. Back, we see Sally still on the phone with Nick, and Nick tells Sally to dazzle Jill. Sally asks if he is a cheerleader. She then tells Nick that she is lucky to have him. Sally then thinks about Adam and the night they made love. Back at society, Summer tells Kyle not to let her granddad manipulate him. She thinks Kyle is using her Marquette as an excuse to go after Adam. Summer warns him it won't end well, especially that he's collaborating with Victor. Victor texts him. Summer asks what it's about, and he says nothing. Then we see Daniel goes to visit Phyllis. Daniel tells Phyllis to stay out of it, says that they are not partners and he hired her, and questions whether or not he should have hired her in the first place. Then we go back to the coffee house and Audra and Nate are there talking about work. Billy walks up and says that he was wrong about Nate. He gave him too much credit and said that he thought Nate cared about his family. Instead, he went on to Newman for a high position. Thanks for watching. Bye.